Oh, shoot. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Double D Vintage Baseball Cards. My name is Dylan. I have a really fun episode for you guys tonight. I have three friends in the background, three guys that when I watch their videos, I get completely fired up on baseball cards. I get so motivated, so inspired. We are going to do 6 rounds of show and tell, and I have questions for each round. So I gave them these questions, and I'll go into that after I introduce everybody. So I'm going to introduce everyone one at a time, and we're going to go from there, and then we'll start the round. So let's go. Let's get into this. And if there's any foul up with my equipment, I will pop back on. So if there's a silent moment, don't worry, it'll come back. Just bear with me. My internet is still weird and trying these things out. So let's go. First guy coming out is a guy that no one knows his channel name. He doesn't even know his channel name. His name is Dean, and he collects twos. And when he does a video, to me they're just I can't stop watching it. I wish they were 5 hours long. They're the funnest videos. Like, he puts time into his editing, unlike myself, and his cards, the way he talks about them, he brings the joy out in cards. So without further ado, let's bring this guy on. And it is Darren's brother, so pretty awesome. All right, here we go. Dean,
Double
welcome
D.
to the channel. How's it going?
Going great. Appreciate
Really
the
excited to have
invite
you.
here. Very
You're
pumped.
welcome.
Very pumped.
Really pumped. Uh,
I'm still trying to learn this channel name. Maybe after
uh,
this we'll all be on the same page.
Absolutely. All right, Dean. Let's get the next guy in here. Here we go. Next guy up the bat. I talk about this guy all the time. There's no one in the hobby who has inspired my collection more. He has taught me more. I am a disciple of this gentleman. The way he collects cards is just, it hits the spot for me. And he's my good friend, Shane Shoebox Legends. Let's get this guy on the stage.
Yo,
Welcome, Shane. How's it going?
good. I'm embarrassed to be here
Shane,
after that
Dean,
intro. So
Shane.
thank you. Yep.
All right, let's get the next guy on stage. Next guy up to bat is a great friend of mine. I was his roommate at the first national I ever went to. He inspires me. Every video of his I watch, I get fired up on baseball cards. I am clubbies with him in so many different ways, in so many different collections. And I talk to him on the phone. There's not very many guys that I talk to on the phone, including my friends besides cards. And Adam's one of them. So let's bring him on the stage. Adam Vintage Sanctuary.
Hey, what's
Welcome
up, phone
to
clubby?
the show.
Woohoo! Thanks for having me.
Oh, you have headphones in?
I put some little headphones on just to see
You
what
got
would
new
happen.
headphones?
These I've had for a while. They're just cheapies.
I like it.
Are they sounding better?
Sound good to me.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, you
awesome.
got a little skip, I think. Okay.
It's that Pacific Ocean delay.
Oh,
Okay. Are you guys seeing a delay right now?
Nah, it seems clean.
Oh man, I got a major delay over here. Are we good?
testing.
Think so.
Okay. Here we go, guys. Back in order. 6 rounds. And I'm going to tell you guys all the rounds now, so you guys can look forward to things, everybody in the audience. And the first round is going to be, I'm going to mention the first round after I get through the other ones, because I kind of want to say something. So 5 rounds, 2 cards per round. The first round I said bring 2 cards that represent your collection in a nutshell. So that's going to be pretty fun. Second round is going to be 2 cards that tell a story together. Anything goes. Third round, 2 cards that remind you of a fellow YouTuber friend in your collection. However you guys want to take these is how it's going to go. Fourth round, 2 cards that have an awesome story about how you acquired them. And fifth round, 2 absolute bangers from your collection. Doesn't mean they're the most valuable, just bangers to you. Could mean anything. Anything, just basically as a wild card. And then the first round, which we're going to start off right now, is just want to acknowledge that today we're filming this and it's September 11th. And I asked them, I didn't realize it was September 11th when I scheduled this, but realizing it is, I texted them all earlier this morning and said, hey, pick out 2 cards that represent America in your collection, however you want to play it. So first round, let's get into it. Dean, you're up.
All right. So, got a little something for you. Actually, it's funny when I was looking around, quick randomness. So I lived in New York City, still live in New York during 9/11, and I was going through stuff, and I found this concert ticket from the exactly 1 week before 9/11 downtown in the city. Shane, you probably know some of those artists on there, but
Absolutely.
I was like, oh my goodness, that's wild. You know, I didn't even realize I kept this ticket, but anyway, I didn't mean to throw that little extra in there. I thought that was kind of interesting. So tough to deny this card here. I think
let me
it's a
put you on
little bit
solo.
self-explanatory.
Blowing it.
Can't get much more USA than this bad boy. Jim Abbott, obviously legendary character for many reasons. Just him overcoming what he did and made it where he made it, and you know, pitching no hitters for the Yankees and just killing it in life. So this Olympic USA traded 88.
Yeah, 88.
So that's the first one. You guys are seeing these in
That's a sick
backwards or forwards?
They look right.
Show it again. It was forward, I think. Yeah, look perfect.
Okay,
I
good.
didn't
I'm
notice it
seeing
was
them backwards.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So that's one.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And 2.
Oh, yeah, 2.
Oh wait, is that we're doing it 2, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So
2.
2.
Yeah, I'm blowing it.
2 Double D, you forced me to switch things up when we added the category, because I just straight pulled this out of the banger category because it's pure America.
Nice.
Oh.
Sweet.
For many,
Red, white,
many
and
reasons. Red, white, and blue. Legendary American. Fought for a lot in baseball and in life for this country. And I thought that was just a sweet way to get focus there. Yeah, that's the USA all over the place right there.
Woo!
Dang, Dean. Coming out of the gates hot. I don't know, man. How are we going to follow that one up?
I mean, it should have been at the end, so it's, you know.
Anybody have any comments on Dean's cards right there?
I'm just wiping the drool off
Shane?
my chin from that Jackie.
Yeah, that's one of my, you know, that's
Adam?
one of my top cards right there, obviously. I love that thing.
Red,
Dylan,
white, and blue too.
Yeah.
Dylan, do you provide collector bibs for these episodes?
Yeah, I may have to.
Contain that drool? I think it's an OSHA thing.
Holy smokes. That Jim Abbott, too. I need that card. It's the one card of Jim Abbott's that I don't have yet, and you just hit the spot for me. I need to get. Was that a Tiffany, or was that regular?
So traded kind of have that Tiffany back where it's extra bright. So I never know, is it a Tiffany traded or a regular traded? I honestly don't know, but it does have that super bright back. So it's tough to know, I guess.
Did he pitch a no-hitter on your birthday,
Yeah,
Dylan?
I forgot about that.
Right?
I forgot those do that.
Was
well
it?
done.
Woo.
Yes. Yeah, September 4th, 1993, I believe, Yankee Stadium. Pretty magical.
Sick.
Okay. Are you guys hearing me all right?
Yeah.
I feel like I see you guys are a little delayed on my end. Okay, I hope this works out. I tell you, my internet is really, really fouled up. Okay, Shane, your turn for 2 cards that remind you of United States. Solo mode you?
First one, you and Adam probably could have predicted I would have picked one of these, but this is like my favorite modern parallel. Independence Day from Topps, numbered to 76 every year. So obvious tie here. With baseball being America's pastime, I love the design. I love that they're numbered to 76 every year. And this is one of my favorites. It's the 2018 Mookie Betts. And it was probably arguably his best season ever. He won a batting title, an MVP, and the most recent World Series for the Boston Red Sox. So this is a card that represents a significant season, and really just shows it because it was a no-brainer when you gave us that prompt.
Oh yeah.
And then for the other one, I kind of went in a different direction. I'm not political at all, but this is somebody who I just admire
Sick card. I knew you'd
immensely.
show one of those.
Yeah, I figured you would. I think it's impossible not to admire this guy, and I think especially in this day and age, his commitment to nonviolence is really something to be admired. So this is a Topps American Heritage Chrome, Martin Luther King Jr. from 2009. It's serial numbered to 1776, so kind of matches the Mookie Betts in that sense, and somebody who, much like Jackie Robinson, really transcends, his era. So that's my other choice.
Awesome. Super
Sweet.
awesome. I knew you'd show the Independence Day, so I didn't bring one out at the same time because I knew I'm like, he's gonna have it covered. All right, Adam, are you ready?
I can't follow these guys. No hablo inglés. I think I'm losing internet. All right, I'm not political either, but I got 2 huge Trump cards here to show you. No, I'm just joking. Well, I was thinking in the same vein as Shane, at least, which if you're thinking in the same vein as Shane, you're thinking is right. I'm also a disciple. Oh yeah, the 2024 Topps Independence Day Aaron Judge. And I tell you what, I think Topps got the memo. The powers that be got the memo. They were, they weren't doing their job quite right. But then I think they nailed it for this parallel in 2024. And in 2025, I think they nailed it again. So a couple of judges there. And Judge just passed up Berra, barely passed up Berra to become number 5 on the all-time Yankee home run leaders list, and he did it faster than a speeding bullet. Super fast. So fast. Can't even believe it. But yeah, there's a couple of really patriotic cards.
Dude,
thank you, my fellow Americans.
Those are sick, Adam. So sick. All right. I think Topps finally figured it out. I don't understand how they could make those other ones. There's like 3 years prior that just weren't. Like, I don't understand. What were they thinking? And those ones look spectacular. As good as the 2018, in my opinion.
I think the 2022, that was their low
Okay,
point. It's
my
still, it's
turn.
still nice. It's still
Let's
nice
see.
to me. The 2023 looks great
Yeah.
to me. I like the 2021 as well. So to me, it was just that 2022 where they reached their minimum, and then collectors said, "Don't you do that to the USA!" And then they got the memo. That's how it played out.
Yeah, you're right, for sure. Okay, so for my two choices, first I want to give a shout out to my niece Charlotte and my brother-in-law Nate, who will be watching this. So I'm sharing a soccer card that me and my nephew Titus, who is over in he was in Spain, now he's in Madrid playing soccer, and this is Team USA sticker, a Panini sticker that we pulled. So I pulled this out just for this and just for you, Charlotte. So here you go. This is gonna go. This is in our binder that we're gonna work on, continue on the work that me and Titus put in, and start opening packs with you. It's gonna be really fun. So next card I wanted to share. Hey, where'd it go? Oh, now this one is it's a special card for me because of the moment when I opened it, and the fact that Shane, he's on here and he pointed this out. And right here is a Dinosaurs Attack card, and it has the Twin Towers in the background. So I pulled this on video from a pack that Shane gave me. This isn't a, it doesn't have, but actually the guy's wearing red, white, and blue jacket too, which is pretty cool. But I just wanted to share this because it shows the Twin Towers in the background. And I did go to New York with my dad, and I have a picture of me and him with the Twin Towers in the background, almost identical to this. I think we were on a boat. So yeah, and I went up in the Twin Towers as well. So I thought it was a cool card. I know the guy's getting his brain eaten, and I'm not supposed to laugh at this moment, but it does, I just wanted to share it. Hit spot for me. So there we go. Round one complete. Exit solo.
Solid
Okay.
round.
Round two. You guys ready? Heavy hitters coming out. Round two. This is I'm excited for this round. This is going to tell some stories, I think. Two cards that represent your collection in a nutshell. Dean, you're up first.
All right. So first, I'm going to show this guy.
Ooh, yeah.
Because three of my favorites. Collect all three of these guys heavily. All of them are just on the top of my list, and love a nice multiplayer card. And this is like one of the sweetest ones here. So that is a great example. I could semi-cheat for a quick. This is the cheat version, the Venny version of the same card, but I'm not going to count. I'm not going to count that one.
Oh my gosh!
So that covers.
So Dean, the regular top one. Go ahead. I lost you guys for a minute.
Oh yeah, I thought you were going to ask something. Yep. I mean, I love this thing.
Oh yeah, the regular tops one, that is a 9 on my centering scale out of 10. It's one of the hardest cards in the whole hobby to find centered, and yours might be better centered than mine.
It's
tough.
That's
a find right there.
It's a tough one to find centered, and it being the horizontal, depending if you're looking at it, it just kind of switches up the whole centering. Sometimes you're okay with a little low or a little high, so it gets tricky with that. So that's sort of the more golden era side of representing the collection. And this one, I think, is a little special with Shane on, because Shane 100% put me on to a certain type of card, and this represents almost everything that I care about here.
Whew.
Oh,
So this is a 1989 Topps, which is one of my favorite Ricky Hendersons, but it's the 1-of-1 signed archive buyback version.
oh.
Love it.
Insane.
When I saw this pop up, I was like, what the hell? Are you kidding me right now? I don't even want to tell you what I threw at this thing to make sure whoever was going after it didn't get it out from under me.
And it's actually graded a good 2 somehow. That's insane.
which is why I was like,
Insane.
no one on earth should have this but me, so it's going to be mine when this auction ends.
Wow, wow,
And I've never shown that one,
That
so that
is
was my
an
first time
insane-
showing that.
wow.
God, perfect time with Shane. Shane, I'm surprised Shane might have been bidding against you on that one.
I hope not, Shane, but I
No,
wouldn't blame you.
no, but honestly, we could just mic drop on this whole episode right now, and I would be satisfied. 20 minutes in. So
Yeah,
what a card.
I can't.
Yeah,
keep up. I'm
I,
gonna lose internet soon.
Oh, it was a
I never even seen it. I didn't even know it existed until I saw it up for auction, and I was like, what in the hell am I looking at right now? Like the 2, I only stumbled on it because of the 2, and then I'm like, whoa, oh my goodness. So yeah, that's a sweet one in the Ricky collection.
I was gonna ask how did you stumble on that, but that makes sense.
Yep, that's why I don't have I love the buyback stuff, but I don't have, Shane probably has like this crazy intricate buyback saved search scenario. I don't have anything. So I'll go looking around sometimes, and you're not going to just stumble on that. That was definitely some luck too for me.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean everything.
Yeah, that's insane.
Fortunately,
Insane.
Dean had a HELOC home equity line of credit. And he's like, I'm bidding the house on this bad boy.
Like we don't need 2 cars, right, wife?
That's right.
Exactly.
Love it.
I just sold it. All right, good round right there, Shane.
All right,
Go.
this is insane because we did not communicate prior to this episode, but the first card that I chose to represent my collection is a Topps Archive Signature Series autograph that is meaningful to me, that is also a 1-of-1.
Wow.
So you could not have teed me up any better than you did there, Dean. So thank you for that. So this is the 1990 Topps Nolan Ryan card number 1. And I've told the story many times before, but this is the first set that I ever opened packs of 35 years ago. And this is the card that made me a Nolan Ryan fan and that really got me into the hobby to begin with. So yeah, similar to your story, when this thing popped up a few years back, I just about fell off my chair and knew I had to do anything I needed to secure this one. And it's arguably my favorite baseball card, certainly in the mix, but it definitely represents my collection because I've somewhat become, I guess, known as the buyback guy. And it's just a very, very meaningful, sentimental card for me as well. So
Sweet.
pretty insane
So
that we had
nice.
2 of those lined up back to back.
So funny. Yeah, that's a sick one.
And then the other card I chose. So one of the things that drives me nuts here on YouTube is the modern versus vintage debate. I just like baseball cards. I don't really care what era they're from. So I do have a vintage collection as well, even though I don't always show them that often. And this is the card when I was a kid that I wanted more than any other card, mainly because I didn't have any exposure to vintage growing up. But I did have the Archives reprint set that came out in 1991, and it featured the 53 Topps, originals like in reprint form. And this was like my dream card as a kid. So once I got to the hobby as an adult, was able to get this copy, which I'm very pleased with, and wanted to include some vintage as well, just to show that my collection kind of spans really all the eras. So plus, it didn't hurt to get a Yankees card in here for Dean.
That's a perfect one.
Yeah, I can't believe you guys both have the perfect 101 buybacks for your collection. You just shared them. That's freaking awesome.
So funny. That was great.
Okay, Adam, are you ready to rock and roll?
I tell you what, I'm hanging on by my fingertips. These guys are just knocking out of the park. First of all, I got to speak truth to power. Dean, those are not twos. Does the Surgeon General know about this? I know he's going to get to the bottom of it. Something's up. Those are not twos. They're increasing my testosterone much more than a two would. So, you know, I'm calling you out. And Dylan, I'm calling you out too, because how in the HE double toothpicks are we supposed to represent our collection with just two cards? So I'm going to stick in the vintage lane, even though I do a little modern as a modern disciple of Shane Shoebox Legends. One card representing vintage player collecting. Now, when I collect a player, I don't try to get every card of theirs necessarily. I just get the ones that appeal to me. Price is right. We're talking Yogi Berra, 51 Bowman. I got this a few years back at auction. I think it was 120-ish bucks. It was a great buy even back then. And to me, this is just such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful smile of, one of the best ever. And then representing vintage set collecting. Now, I don't do much in the way of vintage set collecting. 52 Bowman, I am looking at doing a Hall of Famer run slowly but surely. And you know what's coming? You know what's coming, Double D, my clubby. This represents vintage set collecting. We're talking the 24 38 Gaudy heads-up cards with cartoons. That Blanken Greenberg, I'll tell you what happened. Let me tell you a little story, even though this isn't story time. I was at the 2023 National with Dylan. And Dylan loves to talk, but he just kept his mouth shut and bought one of these right from under me, snarfed it up, a beauty. And it took me 2 years to finally find one at the 2025 National. And so we're clubbies now. I am stoked for you. Now that I have one, no, I was stoked for you anyway. I was jealous and stoked at the same time. So this representing vintage set collecting, and this representing vintage player collecting.
Fantastic.
I love it. I love it, Adam. There, I'm back. Okay. Yeah, that was epic. And my internet is just like, it's just like holding on. I have one bar. Like, how is this possible? We paid to upgrade too, and I got a new box.
You haven't cut.
Holy
You haven't
smokes.
cut. There's a
hope this
little
turns out- I
bounciness,
hope
but
this
it's
turns out
sounding
okay.
good though.
Do you have tabs open? If you close
Okay.
all your other tabs, that might
I think
help
what's
too.
going to happen is you guys, yeah, everything's closed. You guys are going to be fine. I think the sound's going to be perfect, but my personal video is going to be blurry, or I will be missing. I'll be like a robot, but that's fine. I just for me to listen to you guys. Sometimes you'll say something, and I can't hear it in that moment. So I'm like, ah. But we're gonna power through. All right, going solo. So 2 cards that represent my collection, and the way I took this for myself was what I'm focusing on right now. I shut down buying cards on eBay, except I have a couple of a couple of mantle printing plates on my watch list, and a couple other mantles. I talked about this already. And then I'm also buying some Japanese baseball cards from my buddy Robert on Whatnot. So I'm going to share a Japanese baseball card I just slapped up from Robert. And let me get the name right. I mean, I'm not going to get the name right, but I'm going to try. Isamu Fuji. He's known for hitting the very first ever home run in MPB Nippon Japan Pro Baseball on May 4th, 1936. I won this on a whatnot, and when he told me that during the show, it was like, yeah, I'm buying that card for sure.
That's so
I'm really
good.
loving. I kind of jumped the shark on the Japanese baseball cards. I'm doing a few more. I was just doing Sadahara O, Shigeo, and Haramoto. I decided, especially since these whatnots are going on, to make a small collection of other players and learn more about the history of them. And the back is super sick, too. It's a money back. There we go. So it's like a currency back, they call it. And so I'm really diving into these, and I'm putting like the rarity rating on the label. So this is an R4. So there's like, I think 10 or less of this card in the whole world. And this is, I mean, the first player to ever hit a home run in Japan. I was like, how sick is that? It was like $12 or something, you know? So I'm really diving into the Japanese baseball cards and learning it. I'm reading and printing things out and reading like I thought I'd read. All right, so next card, Yankees card. So Dean, you can appreciate this. It's another. It's probably I've gone back and forth, but this is my favorite printing plate in my collection, and it's a 2006 Topps Chrome Mickey Mantle Scion printing plate 1 of 1. And what I really love about this, besides that it looks awesome, like some people just say they only want to collect the black printing plates or this. Even some of the black ones don't look very good. So you really have to be picky with the printing plates. But why I really, really love this one is that I can put the card is produced next to it in a refractor next, and he's batting right-handed and he's batting left-handed. And in this one, he's batting right-handed. So in the cards that are printed, he's batting left-handed. So he's a switch hitter. It's just a really special card in my collection, and I'm obsessed with printing plates. Just think they're magical. They're 1 of 1s. There's only 4 in each, and they created the actual cards that are made. And this is card number 7, and really special because Topps produced number 7 only for Mickey Mantle from 2007 to 2012. He was the only Hall of Fame player, the only retired player that they put in. So yeah, this is how the future of my collection. I'm really concentrating on getting all of them. So that's it. Those are my 2 cards.
Sweet.
Sick plate. So is it one of each for the 4 colors that they print, Dylan? Is that how those work? Oh, sick. So there's 4 of each.
They print 1 Scion,
magenta,
black,
yellow,
and black,
and yellow,
and black,
and magenta.
Sick.
I love that Japanese card, Dylan. It's so
some
cool.
Don't look good. So and plus,
sorry, it's so cool that you can actually know who hit the first home run in the history of the league. Because I feel like here in the U.S. it's so murky, and there were so many different leagues. Like I don't know that there's an answer to that question. So it's kind of cool to see that from Japan.
And that card is just sick, even if it didn't have that significance. That's just a sweet ass looking card anyway.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, super stoked. I'm loving it. Okay, what round was that? Round 1. Well, kind of round 2. Okay, next one. 2 cards that tell a story together. Anything goes. So it could be stories of the cards themselves, could be stories why you bought the cards, could be stories that gave no rules. So, Dean, let's knock it out of the park again.
All right. So I love this story. it's something I've dug into quite a bit. So you're looking at two 1967 Whitey Ford cards. Why would in the same year there be a playing card and a Retorado card representing retired players, both in 1967 print runs? And this is something I really enjoy digging into, but obviously this is Venezuelan, and this set of 1967 Venezuelan cards is one of the coolest mysteries in baseball cards to me. The year was super interesting. In Venezuela, they released first the winter leagues, and I'm going to cheat a tiny bit. This is like an example of a winter league card. So it's the all the different teams, and the backs, right, are in Spanish and this style print. So to me, it's always interesting when next round in the set was the Retorado cards, and they came out next, and they're numbered in order. And then it comes back to the 1967 Venezuelan Topps cards, and those cards are the quote unquote American Topps cards, but they are very mysterious. There's a lot of sort of mystery behind it. And if I could cheat again, am I allowed to cheat again?
Dylan's on a delay, but I'll bless you for this one.
You're blessing the cheating. So here's the story I'm trying to tell here, right? 67s, but look at the backs. The Venny backs have the same backs as the Retorados, not the same backs as the Topps, right? So it's just such an interesting thing, and I just can't get enough of that. And I went real deep into it in the collection, all kinds of stuff from all three parts of the set. So it really tells a story to me to just see like what, how this all played out in Venezuela and stuff like that. So that's my story.
Sweet.
Love that.
Oh.
That's awesome. Now, let me take you off solo. Now, you were the one that proved that basically they're not Topps cards, like legit manufactured by Topps is what I kind of under the impression, right?
So it's such a mystery. So when the Venezuelan cards started, they were sending the plates down to press them there. But they were doing even years. It started in 59, but then they did 60, 62, 64, 66, pause on 67, 68, right? After 66, it seemed like there would have been a gap, and then it would come out again in 68. The dude who ran the Sport Grafico magazine, who handled the business of the Topps cards, and he also was affiliated with the Ovensa Venezuelan baseball cards. He was like a hustler, like making it happen kind of dude. And like, it seems like he put out the Winter League set, nothing to do with Topps. Obviously, those didn't come out here. Then he put out the Retorados, another piece of the set, never came out here. Then the Topps, the US Topps came out. It's very clear when you look. They're sort of like a photocopy-ish vibe to it. Like if you look, it's really not the crisp. Like you could just see Mick's face, the difference. So it does seem like they took pictures and printed them, and we know they didn't have the backs. You know what I'm saying? They did the backs up in all Spanish only. different numbers completely. You know what I mean? So it's it's tough to say there was 0 thumbs up from Topps, but definitely not the same as the other years. To give a very long answer to your very easy question you asked, Dylan.
Wow.
I thought that was awesome. I'm going to pause for 1 second and try and switch to my iPad. Let's see what happens. So bear with me for like 1 minute because you guys, I'm on such a delay. So let me just try this. So you guys can talk amongst yourselves.
I appreciate the lesson there, Dean, because I've seen those, but I'm not very schooled on the history of those. But I can see why you became fascinated with that.
It really it started off with just loving the Retorado stuff, and then discovering the Winter League cards, which I love those too. Like those, I'm not familiar with so many of the players, but some of them, I am. Oh, there he is.
It's double D.
Just quadruple D.
Oh, that's right. Quadruple D. Quadruple D. That's awesome, Dean.
You gotta leave both mics on. This is solid right now.
Yep.
Am I on drugs? I just wanted to check.
Josh, 1 second.
The hell did I put in this thing?
Right?
Did you guys put the little powder that Dylan sent you in the mail into your drink before this this video?
Oh, I don't think we have you. You're muted, Dylan.
Oh my gosh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I'm way better. I got all kinds of bars.
Sweet.
We could see you. We can hear you. You're crisp.
Oh, I was like 25 minutes behind you guys.
Quadruple D surround sound was wild. That was something
That
else.
was sick.
Oh, I had to switch. Okay. Wow. Tested and failed. My computer's terrible. Well, at least this is going. Dean, I love that story. So, I missed part of it. So you think that? Yeah. Well, I'm not even gonna go into it. I'm not even gonna go into it because I know you guys just went through it. So, all right. So where are we at right now, Shane? Your
Sure.
turn. Okay.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna move over here. Get away, and then I'm gonna turn the AC lower.
Imagine if that hustler down in Venezuela had the foresight to keep like a couple mint boxes of those over the years.
Oh my god!
What must be down there somewhere is just mind-boggling. I mean, they cleared house pretty good. Sammy did a sweet interview with the crew that was part of that whole thing, like going down there and just buying. But there's got to be tons. Just who knows what kind of condition with the humidity. But yeah, imagine like nice little like uncut sheet of something crazy down there. Whew. Got to be somewhere.
Okay, I'm back. I'm ready. I'm excited. And no more. Dude, I was like, I was sweating going, man, this ain't working. Okay, Shane, you're up.
All right. So I'm going to go back.
Everybody.
I'm going to go back to buybacks again here. They're just a big part of my collection. So this first one is an auto of Ron Guidry from 1978 Topps, and it's a serial numbered buyback. And of course, what's significant about this, it's like one of the best pitching seasons of the 70s or really ever. I think he had 25 wins, ERA below 2, and just a killer. It's not coming out too good here, but an on-card auto as well. And to me, this is like the one and only Ron Guidry card that I ever need. It was like $20, but it's just a killer card. And then to pair with that, from earlier in the decade, have the 1972 Steve Carlton, which is maybe an even more impressive pitching season. He had, I think, 27 wins, pitched like 30 complete games, ERA below 2. And he played on a terrible Phillies team. I forget the numbers off the top of my head, but he was responsible for like a crazy percentage of the team's wins in 72. They were so bad, but every time he took the mound, they seemed like they won almost every time. So these pair together for a few reasons. Obviously, best pitching seasons of the 70s. They're both on card autos. They're both buybacks. They're both serial numbered. In fact, the Steve Carlton is a 1 of 1. And then what's really cool about these, I've done in recent years a collection that I call Warlords, which are the Major League Baseball war leaders for every season, 1950 to present. And both of these guys were the warlords of baseball in these respective campaigns. So they have kind of a lot of ties between those two cards, and decided to pair them up for the video.
Sick
Dude,
set.
that's my favorite. That's like my favorite collection you got going right now, Shane, is not only the buybacks, but the war buybacks. Like that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a way to span, all the eras of baseball cards right up to modern day, and then keep growing the collection. Like I'll be hunting down the Warlord from 2025 when the season wraps up, and then going forward. So
That's great. Those signature, the Gidry signatures, beautiful. I love his sig.
yeah, it's great. It was like a $20 card, but can't beat it.
I would
Sick.
give you $40 for that right now. Want to sell it?
You broke up there, Dylan. I didn't hear that. Sorry.
I'll always pay double any card Dylan buys. I'll offer it immediately.
The quadruple D price. Yep.
Yeah.
That's great.
All right, Adam, you're up. Let's solo you out here.
All right, let me just say, Dylan, fantastic recovery. You were like, hey, my internet's not working right, but as long as you guys look good, we're going to roll. And then fantastic recovery there. Switching to your other system.
Thank you.
You want a Warlord? Oh, yeah. You want a Warlord, man? I think that's a really cool collection, Shane. I'll give you a Warlord like you wouldn't believe. We're talking Ted Williams, the king of war. I don't know how high he is up there, but he's got to be pretty high. Anyway, this card tells a story. Now, this is a gift I got from my friend Doug DK Cardboard some time ago.
Dougie.
I'll tell you what I love about 59 Fleer Ted Williams. You got Ted Williams everywhere. The one guy that Chuck Norris wishes he was is Ted Williams. It's just insane. And this is a picture of him, the naval test for World War II, the naval eye test. The naval doctors said he had eyesight that only 6 in 1,000 people have, or 6 or less than 1,000, which might say something for why he was arguably the best hitter ever. And here's the deal. A lot of people may not know this. The back of this card talks about how he won, or he beat the aerial gunnery record in the fighter pilot training at the school he was at. So that's pretty cool. And then that pairs with this card. Now, this is one I bought. I wanted to show a couple cards that are not too expensive, but I splurged on this one. I wanted a Mint 9 Superstar from the 50s. I think I paid $120 for this one. And this is Ted crash lands his jet in 1953. He's recalled to Korea. He flies 39 combat missions. His jet's on fire. He brings it in. He gets out of the thing shortly before the thing explodes. Why did he do that? Because he did not want to mess up his back by ejecting. It was very hard on your body. He didn't want to mess up his body, mess up his science of hitting, mess up his opportunity to be the best hitter ever. That's exactly why Chuck Norris wants to be Ted Williams. And I think this is just a super cool card. One of my favorite from the set. His hitting, his flying, his eyesight absolutely had something to do with it, as well as his incredible intellect, his consummate passion and drive and motivation and all that good stuff. That's how winning is done. Woo!
Dude,
Good.
I literally just showed that card on a video that I posted today that I made July 4th, but I forgot to post it. And it was because of you. I shared that card and in my video. So when you go watch it, literally, I just popped it on today. That exact card, and I said that exact story, and I quoted you.
Oh, sweet. I'll be watching. Yeah.
Those are sweet. Those are so sick. I love the eye test card. I didn't know what I was looking at first, and I was like, whatever this is, I like it. And then it made more sense.
It's a perfect card for Adam, who has like 6 in 1,000 eye for vintage
Oh, yeah.
cardboard. So that's very fitting.
Yeah,
Thank
never
you.
let Adam look at your cards up close because he'll find a flaw. He's got the eye of a tiger.
You know what's cool about that too, Adam, that I never thought about? You always hear people talk about the stats that Ted Williams missed when he was serving, which is fascinating. But like
Insane.
when it comes to like forks in the road, like just imagine if he had to eject out of that plane and messed up his back and what that could have done to his stats from there on out too. I've never considered that, but that's fascinating.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, insane. I love that set. I actually have one right here sitting in front of me.
Oh, yeah.
So there we go. 41. Okay, my turn. Soloing it. Man, this is way better. I'm done. Never using that system again. Also, the headphones, I realized, I feel like I'm in my own little world. I feel like I'm with you guys. All right, here we go. Solo. So I brought these two cards out. They have a great story for me picking them up. I brought them out for two of the guys on the screen, Shane and Adam. And I don't think you guys have either of these. And I know Shane just got done reading a book about this gentleman. Well, I bought these two cards from on a live when the Misfits were doing a live and George Diamond Yard. And George Diamond Yard has a good eye when he's looking at baseball cards. So when I buy cards from him, you know, I can trust that they're nice. And when I got these cards, he gave me a great deal. And I was not disappointed in the least. And I was like ecstatic. And the longer I've owned these and had them on my wall, the better and better looking I realize they are. They match the grade. So they look like the grade, but they're spectacular specimens. You know, so the first one I'll show is the 1958 Topps Willie Mays.
Oh,
This thing is dead centered. And the image is like I don't even think the image on the 1958, I said this the other day on the Willie Mays card, I don't think one exists that is perfect. I think that I think the clarity, what do you call it? Registration. I don't think there is an absolute perfect registered one. I've never seen one. Most of them are really bad, but I've never seen a perfect one. This one's not perfect, and I don't think they exist. I just think that's the print of the card. Adam might prove me wrong one day, but this thing is beautiful. It's just beautiful.
That's sick. Yeah.
Just like it's a perfect example of buying a centered card and not worrying that it needed a grade higher than a 4. This thing deserved a 4, not less. It looks like it was graded properly, but the eye appeal is off the charts for exactly what I'm looking for, and I love it. It stares at me every day on my wall. So the next one, and this, when I bought those cards, I definitely had a couple of drinks in me. And, you know, they were live, and then he sent me some photos of them before I fully committed. But, you know, it put me over the edge, and I'm so glad I did it. And the next one, to make you guys jealous again, do either of you guys have that card? Does anyone have that card?
negative.
Nah.
Yes.
I'll trade you my Ron Guidry straight up. Just think about it. Yep.
Your Ron Guidry's more rare, I'll tell you that. All right. The next one, I don't think you guys have either. 1955 Topps.
Oh yeah.
Mays. Oh man, this is one of my favorite cards, as they all are. But the more I look at this card, it's a 3.5. It's deserving of the grade, but it's a stunning 3.5. You know, I've never looked at my cards like, you know, like Greg Miller, where they have to be like, they need to be higher than what the grade says. I don't need that. I just 3.5 is fine if it looks beautiful. I don't need it to be a 5 in a 3.5 holder. That's kind of where I'm getting at. And these cards are just stunning examples. you just don't see these centered and beautiful images every day in the lower grades. And I'm so glad I got this from him. So put them side by side. So the story is, I bought these live from a friend, and then you guys were on here, and I know you guys are Willie Mays fans. And Shane just finished that book, so had to share those.
And he was on top of the baseball world too, heading into the 55 season, coming off the World Series, the catch. Like that's a killer card.
Yeah, that's a sick one.
Dude,
Oh,
either
those cards go-
you have those.
And those cards go so well together, Dylan. They both have the yellow plate and the blue.
Yep.
I think with the registration, I think when they take the photo, if the photo is not perfectly in focus, that's going to be reflected in every card they make. Even if the registration's spot on, it's still not going to have crisp focus because the original photo wasn't in focus.
That's much better wording than I was trying to say.
No worries.
That's why you're a teacher and I'm not.
You've been teaching me all sorts of stuff, my friend.
All right, stoked. That was a sick round. All right, next round's gonna be the best round of all, in my opinion, because it really brings in other people, our other friends, and it's always special when I look at cards on my wall, and we know what each other collects, and to me, it makes my own cards more special when I go, man, that's so and so's favorite card. That's so and so's, and you learn everyone's collection. So this one is 2 cards that remind you of a fellow YouTuber friend in your collection. So Dean, you are up.
All right. Yeah, obviously this is a tough one because you could go like in a million directions with it, but let me grab this just to get it started. I'm going to go with my buddy Orlando. We're going to spill a little bit of Cuban rum into my cup here, refresh it before I get started. Had to get the whole presentation together. First, my cat joined us.
Nice.
I love cats.
Oh
Woo.
man.
Woo.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So this is about 7 years before Minnie's Topps rookie card. This is the Caramello Deportivo, 1945-46.
That thing's incredible.
Unreal.
And, obviously, Orlando's the man. I know he has this one and Orlando probably has this whole set. But this is such a sweet one. Like that image of Minnie is just gold. And I just started getting a little more into the Cuban stuff. It kind of like eased me over from the Venezuelan stuff. But yeah, I just love those. So definitely had Orlando in mind. And a second Orlando is a card he just picked up that I've had for a little while. This guy.
Oh, bring the
Bangarang.
fire. Woo.
Dang.
Which is, it's tough to pick a favorite Retorado, but this is easy top 3 fave out of the set of 50. Nice little paper loss pulled out of the album.
Wow. Wow.
Unbelievable.
But yeah, love this guy.
The blue background on those, they are really just beautiful cards. They're just magical.
They really are. And they're like bold red Retorado on there. I love a black and white with color added.
Yeah.
I love that. Just like the Jackie from early on, the Bowman. I love it when it's black and white with just color added from back in the day, where they're like easing into adding color to cards when they didn't really have it yet. Although, in 67 they did, but God knows what the hell they were doing down there in 67. So
so good. That was awesome. And a great shout out for Orlando too. That was sick. All right, Shoebox Legend, let's go.
Okay, these were obvious choices because they're both related to folks that are on this video here. So we're gonna start off with
Oh,
the Mickey Mantle Topps Chrome from 2011. This is the black refractor, numbered to 100, and this is graded by Double D Grading.
oh,
So
wow.
that's pretty special to have a Mantle from the man with the best modern Mickey Mantle collection that I know. So just
Damn.
really special gift from Dylan, and I love the color match label here. This scored an 86 on his rigorous centering scale, so pretty good.
That's
Beauty.
sick. I'm
Yeah.
stoked
Wow.
you shared that, Shane.
Wow.
Killer card.
That's awesome.
And then this, to pair perfectly with it, and I will have some Red Sox later. I'm not a Yankees fan, I swear, but this one is from Adam, Vintage Sanctuary.
Ooh.
Sick.
So Adam will remember this one. We executed an epic trade probably 2 or 3 years ago where I sent him an Aaron Judge card and he sent me this Aaron Judge. So this is a buyback card. So they started this a couple of years back now. I think this was the first year they did it. The MVP from the prior year, you could go to your hobby shop and you could sell the cards back from Topps Chrome for like store credit. And then they would stamp them with a stamp, which is not going to come across here with all the shine, and issue them in the following year's Topps Chrome product. And what makes this one special, as Adam will remember, this is also copy number 62 of 100, which is kind of significant given the record that he set in 2022, the year that this initially was issued in packs. So this is one of my favorite Aaron Judge cards that I own. And it's definitely heightened by the fact that it came from Adam. And I love that we did like a 1-for-1 trade, like we were kids, back on the playground back in the day.
Dude,
That
hold
checker.
on.
That checker is sick.
Was that a PSA 10 Independence Day that you traded, Adam?
PSA 9 Independence Day of this same card, and then he sent me the PSA 8 of this buyback number 62 of 100. So
that's a win-win. Now, I'll tell you the truth right now, those buybacks, because I actually looked the other day, they've skyrocketed in value. And
the autos, especially, I know.
Yeah, well, even that, like that one right there, is probably a $300 card, maybe even more with the number 62. Like, yeah. But I thought the trade was insane equally across the board in the beginning. I actually thought, wow, I can't believe Shane gave away that one. But, I mean, the Independence Day skyrocketed too. So that was awesome.
To me, it's priceless. So thanks again, Adam. Yeah. That was a great trade.
Oh, absolutely. Well, before I go loving on you guys, first of all, let me just say that my lawyers are going to be in contact with all of you because you're costing me a lot of money. We're going to form some sort of contracts about how much you can cost me. Dylan, I can confidently say you've cost me 4 figures. 4 figures. And Shane, you probably have, but I'd have to do the math. And then Dean, it's just a matter of time. You're showing these drool-worthy cards before you end up costing me too. So I'm going to try to proactively cut this down so my lawyers will be in contact with contracts. So here's the deal, Shane. You know what? This was not planned, but you just showed 2 cards, one reminding you of Dylan, one reminding you of me. Well, guess what? It wasn't planned, but here's a card that reminds me of you. Now, we made the trade, the first trade that you were, so kind to do. And by the way, I got the X-Fractor buyback back. I have a copy as well, not number 62, but that's fine with me. And then I have 2 copies of the Independence Day 2022. So if you want to get one of those back from me, we can work that out sometime. I'm keeping both of them, or one of them is going to you, one of the 2, and I'm fine either way. So then we did a second epic trade, Shane and I. This is a Nevermore Minty 7.5. He had 2 of these, Topps Black 2022. And many people know that I'm collecting 62 variations of this card or parallels. I've got 63. I've got some dupes. So second epic trade. So, really in both cases, Shane was just, very generous just to do the trade to start with. And then, Shane, you inspired me to go out and buy the 2023 when I had an opportunity. And I know you have both of these cards. And so these 2 cards remind me of you, the Topps Black. And one of the things you've said that got me thinking is, do you go for the 2022 when he hit the 62 and had that epic MVP season, broke the American League record, the single season natural home run king, or do you go for the 2023 where it reflects what he did on the back? Let me read just a little bit of this 2023 to you. It'll blow you away. Now, I am going to put this sideways. In what has been widely adjudicated as one of the greatest seasons of all time, Aaron's 62 home runs were an AL record. Not since Mickey Mantle in 56 had a player led Major League Baseball in home runs, RBIs, runs, and extra base hits. And he had a WAR of 10.6. So these remind me of Shane. And shout out to you, my collecting brother.
I love it. A very cool touch too. You know, Fanatics gets a lot of criticism these days, but I love that they made that card number 62 on the actual checklist in 2023.
Yeah, someone had their head on straight there. That was an amazing touch. Man, those are
Dylan,
awesome.
if you're doing Adam and Shane, I got to get the hell out of here.
Dude, I'm not.
Okay.
You know what? I actually thought that one of them would at least do both of us. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to do either of them. I'm going to bring in other people. But yeah, that would have been.
Well, I had a secret backup that I have to just quickly throw in there.
Yes. Oh yeah, dude. That thing's sick. Hold on. Oh, you stole that from me.
Saddle build stork, baby.
That thing. Hold on. Hey, let me take you off. I got a bird card right here too.
Yes.
Dylan, he's taunting you with the saddle build stork. Those are fighting words.
I've never seen that one. Hey, we're gonna have to do a trade of some sort, unless you're really attached to that thing.
Nah, I'm open.
All right. We're gonna have
I'm
to
open
trade.
to it.
I have a couple, or at least one Allen and Ginter from that set bird over there.
Dean, stork. Dean, stork in the fire. Stork in the fire.
I get in trouble like sipping and then opening up eBay.
Oh yeah.
And doing searches. And then it's like, oh, now I have a bunch of bird cards. Oops.
Oh, it's
don't you know? I love it. Haven't you heard? Don't drink and search. Haven't you heard? Don't drink and search.
Nah, it's a problem sometimes.
Dude, that's how I got like some of
I'm a designated searcher. I search while others drink. So just let me know if you need my services.
Perfect. I'll give you a list.
Adam, one more thing. Shane, do you not have the 2022 Independence Day, Judge?
I may or may not have picked one up within the last couple of weeks, believe it or not, that surfaced on eBay.
Well, you know what, Shane? There's one that sold on eBay recently, and I said to myself, I wonder if Shane bought that. I
think it's funny that Adam and I both bought back the card that we traded to each other. That's just perfect.
That is awesome.
Sweet.
Well, then,
sweet.
Adam,
congrats, man.
If you're willing to sell one of those, I would be a buyer of one of those.
My friend, we will work it out. Absolutely. Yeah.
I think I see some kind of stork Independence Day three-way trade taking shape here. Yep.
Birds going off.
Hey, yep. I'm not doing a three-way with a stork. I'm sorry.
We could save on Hawaii shipping. Just keep them all together and we'll break it up as it goes around.
I have my standards.
Oh, that's sick. All right. Here we go. Solo mode. All right. My two cards that represent friends in the collection. First one I'm going to share is Hugo, Signs of the Pastime. He just recently picked one up, and it's the very first pack pulled auto.
Hell yeah.
Reggie Jackson, Upper Deck, 1990. Oh man, this card is awesome. It's got 3 different teams that he's playing on, plus all the four hats that he did play on. Just a really epic card in the hobby. One of the greatest cards in the entire hobby. I think this made the Hall of Fame this year as well. So shout out to Hugo, Signs of the Pastime. I love watching Hugo's channel. Love listening to him talk about baseball cards and all the different locations. So there's my number one. And I'm keeping the Reggie theme alive. And the next one is it's Reggie Jackson's MVP season in 1973. Can you guys guess who this reminds? Someone most people might not know. Does anyone have any guesses? No guesses.
No guess.
Lou Rock TV.
Yes.
He thinks it's like the ugliest baseball card ever made. He said that one time, and I had never looked at it that way. You know, I guess because the triple chin and what's Reggie doing? Throw, it looks like he's pitching. I love the card, and before he said that, I always loved it. And now every time I look at it, I think about Lou Rock. So
That's
every
gold.
time. And this is the card on card. You know, goes with my 1975 MVP collection. Perfect
Now,
card.
is he one of the cheerleaders for that team?
In this one?
Is that one of the cheerleaders for the team you're showing there, Dylan?
It does. It does. It looks like you don't know what he's doing right there. Yeah. I can't look at it the same now, but I love it nonetheless. So yeah, there we go. Lou Rock and Hugo. Exit.
I would imagine that one's Reggie Jackson's least favorite Reggie Jackson card. Most likely.
Oh, guaranteed. He probably hates that thing. He probably buys them so he could burn them. No,
Nobody would sign him off on the image. That's for sure.
No way. No way. I wonder if he would sign it. Yeah, I think I've seen him signed, actually, now I think about it. Okay, next round. Round number 4. Technically 5. 2 cards that have an awesome story about how you acquired them. Dean.
All right. So this one I probably had the most trouble with. I wasn't sure what way to take it. So I took it like a cool way of getting one of my favorite cards for this one. So at the National in 2 years ago, I was walking around, was there for like maybe 30, 40 minutes, didn't see anything that I had the slightest bit of interest in yet. I stumble on a table, and this was in the case.
Oh. God.
So, I'm not exactly double D level, but like, I really like a nicely centered card. You don't always see these super duper centered, right?
God.
So here's the thing. It was in a small auction house and they weren't selling it.
Oh, I hate that.
And I was like, as soon as I was about to ask the guy what it cost and to take a look, I realized this is an auction. He still let me look at it. So I just kind of I got his card and I saved the name of the auction, and a month went by and I was still thinking about it after. And I literally had the president's, he was like the president or whatever, and his card had his number. I text him. I'm like, I'm only seeing like Elvis stuff in your auctions. Like, when's the baseball cards? He's like, sit tight. And it literally popped up. The auction started like, I don't know, 4 days after I texted him, and ended up grabbing it, won the auction. And funny enough, I probably would have paid quite a bit more at the National if it was for sale than what it ended up going in the auction. So I thought this was a sweet one.
Oh yeah.
That's like the most perfect 2 ever.
That's why, like, when I saw it, I was like, oh God, I can't actually try to make a deal on this thing.
Those are my least favorite tables at the National. I hate those auction ones. I don't even look. I just walk by. They piss me off.
It's tough. I love seeing cool stuff, but it's like a different experience at the National to just see cool stuff that you can't get. And then, I mean, it shows it's strategic on their part. You got guys like me that are like, when's the auction? But again, they could have probably made a couple more dollars on the spot, but you never know with that kind of thing. So that was my first one. And this one is a completely opposite vibe.
Yeah.
So this Yogi was a very easy acquisition, was given to me by my bro as a gift for helping him when he was getting his YouTube up.
That's awesome.
helping him with videos and editing and photos, and just kind of like talking to him every day, and just whatever he needed, I was just working with him on, and he just blessed me with this beauty just to
Yeah,
thank me
Darren.
for all that. And if you know him, he likes nice cards. So, when he's giving gifts, he's blowing you away with them.
That's incredible. And that's like, I mean, any day of the week you can say that's Yogi's best card. I really love that card so much.
It's me too. And this was also my first of this set. I never had a 52 before that.
That's huge then.
Yeah. So he really killed it with that one.
Wow.
Way to go, Darren. Now it's a nice
yeah.
gift. Nice brotherly love going on there.
Oh yeah.
Hey Dylan, can I jump in and cheat just for 1 second and show two cards real quick?
Absolutely.
All right, Dean, this is a shout out to you because we haven't been shouting you out much. So maybe because I haven't known you very long. But here's the deal. We are clubbies. Check this two out.
Yes.
You have what I call too good to be twos. And here's one. So we're clubbies there. And then also shouting Dean out. You've got that wonderfully centered mantle. To go with it, I've got the wonderfully centered musial. The mantle and the musial. So I just wanted to shout you out a little bit there.
Love that Stan. That red back is freaking awesome.
You got me all stoked up.
I'm grabbing something too.
Jump in there.
No, I'm grabbing something too. Hold on.
Oh, it's a free for all now. Sorry. Sorry. Well, look what I started.
Yeah,
my bad.
Put it back up there. Put it back up there, Dean. Put it up.
Oh.
There we go.
Come on, Shane.
Man, I know what I'm hunting next, I guess. Yeah.
Hang on for a second, people. Hang on.
Shane has to go buy one now.
Yep.
Whoa!
Just
Adam's got me covered.
Put it as far to the side as you can.
Shane, I'll put it as far. This one's for Shane. It's a 4.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Nailed it. Shane, put your hand up like that.
Yeah, looks like you're grabbing it.
There you go.
There we go.
Oh, that's fantastic. I
Love that.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
There's nothing better than seeing 4 of the same card on the screen at the same time for my brain. I don't know why it's so cool.
I got you covered, Shane.
All right, whose turn is it? Shane.
Yeah, so I'm going to lower the bar big time here after those last 2 cards. But
I think we all are after that.
yeah, so this is a card that I bought back in 2007, and I was just getting back into the hobby. And it's like it's kind of cliche, but it's like the ultimate like Willy Wonka golden ticket moment of my collecting career. So I used to go to this hobby shop in Providence on the way home. It was like the crummiest little hole in the wall shop. It was like frozen in time in the 80s. The owner was like a chain smoker. I remember his name was AJ. And he would always say, "Good luck in your packs," whenever I bought packs. Just like a funny memory that I have. And that fall, Jacoby Ellsbury, if you were a fan of the game at that time, was the hottest name in the game coming up as a prospect. And he had a super short print card in 2007 Topps Update. And this thing allegedly, I don't know if there's truth to this, but at the time, it was like 1 in 20 cases, they said, to pull one of these. And so on my way home, I bought 3 packs of 2007 Topps Update from this guy. This was a different time in the hobby. They probably cost $2 a pack. Something like that. We got home early before my wife. I was in our bedroom opening the packs, and this thing slid out, and I just about like jumped through the ceiling of my apartment. I'm sure my neighbors probably heard me screaming, and I actually pulled the SSP Jacoby Ellsbury rookie card. Obviously, he went on to have a career that just like fell off a cliff, but he did have a couple really good seasons in Boston. In fact, he was Major League Baseball's warlord in 2011, believe it or not. Had an amazing campaign. But this card to me was like, it just brought back that feeling from childhood of like pulling something out of a pack that you would never expect to get in a million years. And so I've always held on to it. And it was just kind of a cool story in that sense. I'm not an Ellsbury collector, but I was a Red Sox fan. And they did go on to win the World Series that fall. And he was kind of instrumental in that as well. So just a lot of good memories wrapped up in that one.
That's insane. Hey, how can you tell if those are SSPs? I didn't even know there's SSPs in those, and I bought cases and case. I have an unopened case.
There was this card, and there was one that was, I think, believe it or not, like a squirrel or something like that on a foul pole or something. But yeah, basically it's card number UH100. So this is one the set used to be called Updates and Highlights for whatever reason. So there's a normal UH100. I think it might be like David Ortiz or something. So it's very obvious, like if you're sorting the cards or cataloging them, because you know, 100 copies out of 100 are David Ortiz, and then you know, once every 20 cases there would be one of these Ellsbury cards. So
Are there any other SSPs from that set like that?
I don't think baseball players, like I said, I think there was like a squirrel that ran out on the field and got a card or something, but I think Ellsbury might be the only baseball player.
Wow, I think I have a 5,000 count box that's open upstairs of hobby boxes of those. And
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna look through them, and I'm gonna look for that squirrel. And then I also have an
Find that
unopened case.
squirrel.
exactly. I think he was
Wow.
called. It was called like Poley Walnuts or something because he was on a foul pole. Or something. It was ridiculous. But
I had no idea that was in those boxes.
yeah,
Wow.
the Ellsbury, I'm sure, is not worth today what it was back in like 2007. But at the time, that was like the hottest card. You know, Beckett had like the hot list, and that was like the card to get. So.
That's awesome. Great story.
And then my other one, I'm going to really break the mold here. Hopefully this is allowed. I don't think anyone would predict that I would show this card, but this is a card that has a cool story behind it just because I put a lot of like sweat equity into acquiring this by selling my own cards. So I've been someone who like condenses my collection and sells, you know, many cards to acquire one big card. And I've done that tons of times throughout my collecting history. And for whatever reason, in like the winter of 2019, I started to think like, what's the most iconic card I could get from other sports that I don't collect and I don't really want to collect, but I would love to have one card. And the basketball card was an easy example. And I ended up getting the 86 Fleer MJ. So
Sick.
this is a PSA 4, but it's like a killer looking 4. Really, really sharp. In fact, I didn't know when I bought it, but it came with one of these stupid PWCC like eye appeal things or whatever.
I love those. I love them. Woo!
Yeah, the backstory is I sold 35 or 36, like 3 dozen lower level graded cards over the period of like 3 to 4 months when this popped up because I knew I wanted this copy. And so there was just tons of, you know, time photographing cards, listing trips to the post office, et cetera. And then at the end of all of that, finally had enough. It was still available and was able to acquire my Michael Jordan. I guess it's disputed if it's a rookie or maybe the star card is. But either way, to me, this is the most iconic basketball card that exists. And it's kind of the one basketball card I need in my collection.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's an absolute banger. Yeah, that's his rookie card.
And that is not lowering the bar.
No,
Jacoby
no,
Ellsbury was, but yeah, not so much MJ.
That's a Pat Cold rookie.
I'll tell you what, Shane, this is insane because I know this is a baseball show for the most part, but I'm going to show one basketball card, and it kind of relates to what you just did, which is kind of insane. But before we go there, 2 cards that have a story about how I acquired them. At the 2025 National just a couple months ago, my good friend Matt from The Card Story was there with his family, and he had bought this Ted Williams card. And he had started to branch out because he's usually a collector of Braves, you know, Warren Spahn and Hank Aaron and so forth. But he had branched out and got a few Ted Williams and maybe some others. And he's like, yeah, I think I need to stay in the Braves lane. Otherwise, you know, it's going to get too crazy. So he's like, I'll tell you what, I'll give this to you at my cost, which I think was a great buy. And he's like, you don't have to decide right now. You can wait and see if you want to buy something else with your, you know, some of your money instead on the national floor. So just as, you know, just how cool is that? I mean, that's just about as you know, generous of an offer as you can have. Well, I knew I wanted that card, but I went and looked at the floor a couple of days, and I went it back and bought it from him. By the way, I saw a grand total of zero of these on the national floor. Here it is, without further ado. This is the 47 Bond Bread, the original, with the beveled corners, so it would slide into that bag without piercing the bag and drying up that fresh, supple Wonderful, Brad. This is Ted Williams batting in a snowstorm. I absolutely freaking love this card, and it is tough. Now, I say a snowstorm, it's just a black and white card, but when I was a kid, we had black and white photos sometimes because we didn't always have the color, the color cameras or the color film. But yeah, let me see if I can get this thing in the right spot. Love it, love it, love it.
I
So
would have
thank
bought
you,
that
Matt.
thing in a second, Adam. I wouldn't even let you walk around. If I was there and Matt's like,
No.
and you're like, I don't know, I'll buy it. See ya.
I hear you. Well, in fairness, it really wasn't much of an I don't know. The only thing holding me back was what if I want to spend almost all of my eggs on one basket? Is that how they say it?
Yeah.
Mm.
All of my eggs on one big card, Anyway, now for the other one. Okay. So I had some Jordan rookie cards. They would be rookie subset cards, 85 star. And those had went up in value quite a bit. And I thought, I think I could trade most of these. I like them, but I'd rather have something else. So finally, a big card show came into the local area earlier this year. And I saw this card. And this was the epic card that I wanted, kind of like Shane wanting that epic card from basketball. This is the epic basketball card that I wanted, although I already have a few epic basketball cards. And I tried to make the deal with a guy, showed him my Star Jordan subset cards. This deal took forever. He'd say, could you come back in 10 minutes? I came back multiple times just by being patient. Finally got it done. Without further ado, I cannot believe I own this puppy. Now, it's not perfectly centered, but here's the deal. I don't know if Dylan's looked into this, but this card is tough. This is nice for this card. They are generally centered by drunken sailors. So we're talking the Wilt rookie. Ooh, in a vintage, what the heck is it in? Oh, an exceptional vintage greatness for this thing is absolutely stunning. It'll knock the socks off. I tell you what, you know who has the most 40-point games? Now, I'm not trying to one-up Shane because I'm a Jordan fan as well. I mean, Jordan's amazing. But Jordan has something like 170 games that where he scored at least 40 points, somewhere around there. He's number 2. He blows everyone else away pretty much, except this dude who has like 100 more.
Yeah, that Jordan rookie Shane show's no good now.
Nobody dominated like this dude right here. Woo, there we go.
That is stellar.
That's insane. I love that you forgot the grade too. It just proves that we just don't care. It's like, I want to see the card. It's all about the card. I'm really glad you guys brought out those basketball cards because I know Charlotte will appreciate that. My niece, who's guaranteed watching this entire thing, and my brother-in-law too. So I'm stoked you guys brought those out. I love it. So yeah, way to go. That was sick.
Well, and I tell you what, I love Shane's Jordan rookie as well. So I mean, I'd be super stoked, to have one of those as well. So
Can I put your guys' basketball cards to shame for 5 seconds?
Yeah, heck yeah,
absolutely.
Oh wait, what did I just do?
Yeah.
Hold on, I just muted you.
Woohoo!
Hold on.
Dikembe.
Oh, I did it again.
Mutombo.
Hold on. Hold on, you're muted. There. Yes.
I remember.
Dude, I remember those.
I love that dude. What a shot blocker. What an amazing
I
player.
loved him. I actually got to high five him once when I was probably like 13, and my hand literally was like right here.
That's like a baby hand.
Yeah, it was like right here on his head.
That's insane.
Also, the best necktie in tonight's video. Hands down.
That's awesome. All right, my turn. Here we go. Good job, guys. That was fun. I love when people bring out random stuff. I mean, you can't really call Jordan random, but all right. Awesome stories. Here I go. First one. I met a person who became a friend over here. I think I met him. I think it was like probably 6 years ago. Met this guy at the park, and I had been going to the card show over here. It's tiny. There was one vintage guy selling cards at the card show at this mall over here, and this other guy was always buying them. Well, eventually he decided we became friends, or we were like in competition because it's one dealer and we both wanted the cards. And this guy decided, he was old, he's like 70. He decided to sell his cards. So I met him at the park and I bought this. I bought a whole bunch of cards from him, but I'll never forget.
Sick.
He had this 1940 play ball, Honus Wagner, in his box, you know, and I'm at this park and there's kids playing and we're out in the, you know, who goes to a park and like throws out all the cards and there's this 1940 Honus Wagner card. And I was like, no way. Well, that's going home with me guaranteed.
Wow.
And the odds of it being, you know, this was before I was a centering guy. And this thing is like perfect. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's centered. It's just killer.
And in a 2.
And in a 2. Yeah, I forgot to mention
yeah.
that too. That's for you, Dean.
If you didn't have such a good story, I tried to get it off you.
Yeah. You know, this thing is just staying with me for life because I got, you know.
Yeah, that's sick.
Buy
That's
the
sick.
card at a park. Yeah, the reason I keep my arm up right now, I have a nerve damage right now, and I'm just painful. So that's why I've been doing this, just so you guys know I'm not crazy. All right, next card is another sick story as well. So I've built ponds my whole life. Me and my dad always built ponds, just for ourselves, and but we built tons of them. I probably built like probably 10 giant ponds, maybe even more. Well, I was building this pond outside the house here, and it was a super gnarly thing. It took me like 6 months just to dig the thing out. Well, while I was digging, I had this exact thing I'm using, this iPad up, watching Ohtani pitch to Mike Trout, and I was bidding on a card at that exact moment because I was waiting for it. So I stopped digging. I was all muddy. I had the thing up there, and I won this 2018 Topps Update Ohtani Ichiro from his rookie year, gold, numbered to the year, while he struck out Mike Trout in that USA versus Japan series. And I'll never forget it. I was filthy dirty, and it wasn't like I planned on, obviously I couldn't plan on that happening, or I didn't buy it. I didn't look at the card because the game was going on. I had been watching it the whole week, and it just ended during that exact moment. And I hit the button, and boom, he struck him out. I won. It would have been even more cool if this was a combo of Mike Trout and Ohtani, but just the whole story of me, I'll never forget. I'll never sell this card, even though it's in a 10, just because of that story. It was the only card I bought while I was digging a pond with all filthy dirty. I love that. I love buying cards in weird places. I love that we can with our phones, right? You could be anywhere.
Yeah.
You're out to dinner, and everyone says there's no stories. You know, I don't know if everyone says that, but there's definitely stories of buying cards online. I have plenty of fun stories where I was here, I was there, I was drinking, I was at the movies, all kinds of, at the DMV, and I remember the cards I buy. So I love that story, and yeah, that's my story.
I call that digging for gold.
Yeah, there we go. I did. I found gold too. And I never look up my cards, but I was looking up some Ohtanis just to see what they're going for, just randomly, and I was like, you know what? Since I pulled this out, I looked. I was like, wow, that's a lot now. I was like, I mean, it's nice to know sometimes, you know, my Mike Trouts have all gone down, but then some of my cards do go up. So I'm like, all right, counteract the Trout train with the Ohtani and Judge train. That feels good. Okay, last round, boys. Here we go. Woohoo! Oh, how is this even gonna happen? I mean, Dean, what are you gonna show? I don't even know. You guys have showed bangers all night.
Remember, I had to adjust.
Okay, here we go.
I had to adjust because my 50% of my last round I had to use in my first round. So, and Dylan, I think you'll like this kind of same theme we're talking about right now.
Oh,
Nice.
yes.
So, like, Sadaharu has a bunch of 59 Menko rookies. I was super pumped to grab a different one this past summer, and but this bad boy
That thing's
probably has to be
incredible.
my favorite one. I love just solo colored background cards. I love red background cards. This centering, this thing's just a beauty.
That is
So Greg has that card,
Yes, he does.
and oh, it's not in here. I'm looking for something. And then does Petty have that card too now?
I don't know which one Petty got. He didn't show me.
Oh,
I know he got something though.
I think he got two. I feel like he got that one, but man, that card is.
Well, I'm glad I started picking up O's before Petty found an interest, because then I'll get nothing.
Once I saw that Petty got one, I go, uh-oh.
I know. And Petty's talking to me about how he's loving the idea of getting twos. I'm like, oh god,
Oh my god.
that wasn't a good one. So this last one, I did show it recently, but I know I have a different crew of people who are going to see this. So this is a card. You know who my number one player is. He's got 1 million baseball cards, but this is probably the most special one.
Wow.
Oh,
Ricky's Chong Modesto.
How rare is that card?
So I'm not great with pop stuff. I want to say there's like 60 of them, maybe
Wow, that's insane.
something like that. I don't, don't quote me on that, but something like 60. This is one of the lowest grades that they're in. Like I would have killed to find something in a super low grade, but a 5 is like as low as you're getting. I think there's like 2 4s and then that's it, or something
I wonder
like
why
that.
is. They come in like a set at the stadiums or something?
So it's actually super sick. So this dude, Chong, oh, I wish I had it out. Damn, I should have had it to show you guys. He owned a small grocery store in Modesto, and he loved baseball. His family loved baseball, and they supported all baseball. They supported little league, minor league, everything. And they didn't have like a sick store where like they could compete on prices where against some of the bigger name grocery stores. So they killed it with customer service and like unique stuff. And they created these cards that advertised like you go to their store to grab the cards, and that was the Chong Modesto set. So this was part of a set with like 50-ish cards, which I have the entire set.
Wow, that's
The
awesome.
dude I got this from literally just gave me the whole set with it. I didn't even realize he was giving me the whole set until we were like halfway through the negotiation on it. And one of the cards in the set is the dude Frank Chong's business card, which is so cool. It's like this. It's the same thing. I'm an idiot for not having that out. But yeah,
you can grab. You got time? You grab it.
yeah. I'll grab it in the next one. I need to remember where I put it. But yeah, so this blank back. But yeah, this is I don't use the G word, but this is the Grail of Ricky's to me.
That's awesome.
Sweet.
looks like
Yeah.
he's swinging a pool stick there. That's like the longest baseball bat in
Yeah,
history.
it is. Yeah,
So
I've
good.
never seen that. I've never seen that card before. At least I've never noticed it. If I have seen it, that's awesome.
You really don't see them. You never see them. Some dude on eBay, it's been sitting there for years. This guy wants like freaking 10 grand or something wild for it. Yeah, but so when this popped up, this almost could have been in my pickup story, because I was at this guy's table a few times because he had a different card. He had this Mickey Mantle. It's like a post Mickey, which had a really cool miscut where the whole edge was red because the person cut it wide. And I was like, ooh, that thing is sick. And I went back. I wasn't sure about it, but I went back to look. And this thing was sitting like 4 cards away in the case, and I was like,
Wow.
hey, mister, come here. What the hell? And then it was like, that was it. Once I copped this, I was like, I told my pops and my bro, I'm like, we could get the hell out of this building. I gotta go.
Sweet.
yeah.
Sweet.
That's sick. That's an awesome story. And it's cool to know how the card was made too. I'm digging that with the Japanese
Oh,
card.
that
And
the story
that
is
story
sick
is sick.
from that Chong family. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That is
Okay, Shane, you're up. And I got something to show you, Dean, too, that I had out, but then I switched. So when I get to me, I'll show you. Shane,
Awesome.
what are you going to show?
All right, so I got one pre-war and then one ultra modern just to show my shotgun-like focus. And the pre-war is actually my favorite pre-war set, and it's a card that I've never shown on YouTube before, but I've had it for years. And it's the Crackerjack Smokey Joe Wood,
Yeah.
who is a really interesting character. This is like a low grade version. It's like a PSA 1. It's been like folded in half. There's caramel marks all over it. The corners are shot, but like overall, it presents pretty well. I don't get that picky with cards that are 100+ years old, and he's just kind of a fascinating player from Red Sox past. And then I also like big seasons on cardboard, and this is a 1915 Crackerjack. And in that year, he actually led the league in ERA and won the World Series for my hometown Red Sox. So that one kind of adds some cool factor to this also.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, and I feel like the Cracker Jacks, you want all those things. You want that damage. You want to know it came in the box, especially the 15s, right?
Yeah. I don't have like any Hall of Famers. I have a small little collection of these, and this is definitely the best of the handful that I have. But
That's sick.
Really cool card.
Well, call me jealous on that one. I would love to have that in my collection.
And then to close it out, we'll jump forward more than 100 years. So this one has just a little bit of a backstory, but I got really into collecting Negro League players and bridge players. That's why I've been drooling at some of the stuff that we've been seeing from Dean here in this video. But in 2024, obviously, MLB integrated the stats for the Negro Leagues. And, regardless of how you feel about that, it resulted in Josh Gibson getting his first ever like proper Topps card. Which I think is really, really cool. He was maybe the greatest player to never be represented in a Topps set when you think about it, because even guys like Ruth, Gehrig, Ty Cobb, they made like highlights cards or career leaders cards in the 70s, things like that. Satchel Paige got his one card in 53. So to me, he was kind of the biggest guy that was missing. And there's only one chrome version of this, which is in the Sapphire release that year. And I was able to get the Superfractor 1 of 1
Unbelievable.
of Josh Gibson's lone Topps baseball card. So I love the juxtaposition between like a Negro Leagues player from 80 years ago on a modern 1 of 1 Superfractor. And I just think when you think about it, like he doesn't really have any cards that were issued when he was alive. And he does have some vintage cards, but like I don't swim in the end of the pool where I'm going to be able to afford like a Toleteros or anything like that. But when you think about it, like all of his cards really came out like posthumously. So when you consider it, in my mind, obviously I'm heavily biased. Like I consider this to be one of the coolest Josh Gibson cards in existence. Just because of
crazy.
It being his first appearance in a Topps product.
Absolutely.
I think that's the best Josh Gibson card in the world, in my opinion, too. I think it's
so sick.
Man,
that black and white, just sliding all crazy with the most absurdly crazy background is just. Oh, I guess that isn't black and white. It's got color. Yeah, that is really sick. I remember when you showed that one.
Yep. So yeah, one I've shown before, but if Dylan asked for bangers, and this one came to mind immediately. So
I'm so glad you brought that out.
That's
I
sick.
shared that card in my video that I posted today too. That's hilarious, but obviously not the magical 1 of 1. But man, are you gonna go after the printing plate of that one?
I've never seen a plate show up, so I don't know if they do those for Sapphire or maybe just one hasn't surfaced. But what's cool about this, there's very small print run and a very small number of parallels that exist in Sapphire. So there's a base card, there's a gold out of 50, which is the highest numbered parallel. There's an orange to 25, a black to 10, a red to 5, and then this one of one. And I actually did manage to complete the rainbow and get all 6 of them. So I do have the red to 5, the black, all the different
So
5 or 6 variations that exist. So
You almost
I think
have
it's the
to.
only time I've ever completed like a full rainbow in my collecting life. I don't normally shoot for that, but
Dude, that's awesome. You almost have to go for the rainbow once you have a 1-on-1, right? You're like, got
exactly.
Just to like, that's sick. So, well, I'm gonna put the printing plate on my watch list. See if it pops up. Okay? So we can talk about it, but I would love to own that printing plate. Get on that bandwagon. Well, that was insane. Okay, Adam. Oh, let me end you. Adam, what do you got for us, my friend?
First of all, I got to say, I am honored to be here with you guys. And Shane, you are the master of finding cards that have hobby significance that others may not see. That is just, just insane. So this is going to be, even though, it was show a couple of bangers, this is going to be shouting out Dylan, my buddy Dylan, because I know he has one of these. I was with him when he traded for this card, a copy of this card of the 2023 National, and I can verify I was the one witness. That's got to be the best trade that ever occurred at that year's National. Who knows? Maybe every National. It was just insane. And then the other card is one that I know that Dylan wants to get, and I know he will because it's in his top 50 baseball cards, some of which he has that he just recently revealed on a 7-hour video. I watched the whole thing. And I think it's not only in his top 50, it's in his top 10, I believe. Might even be top 5. I don't remember exactly. It's in a good 2, a too good to be 2. Shout out to you, Dean. Last year, before the National, in a contrarian move, I picked up a couple cards. One at auction for a solid buy, and one I made the guy an offer, and I thought, there's no way he's taking my offer, but if he does, then I'm going to own this card. I thought, it's going to be more expensive at the National, so I'm going to try to take advantage of the fact that people are saving their money for the Nationals, a lot of people, and try to scarf up some deals. I had sold some coins, some cards. Like Shane, I like to sometimes sell stuff, and I think he's the master of it, but sell stuff and try to get something big. So I ended up with these two. I'll show this one first. This one I got at auction in the too good to be 2, the registration, the color, the freshness. This thing is just so sweet. And then I can't believe the dude accepted my offer. I think this card might be worth, I know this sounds like bragging, but it's worth quite a bit more now. Of course, lots of stuff have went up. This thing blows me away. Just the freshness, the registration, the color.
Mm.
And I remember you saying how much you paid for that, and it blew my mind.
Yeah, it was $35.75. And
insane.
That's, the most, I think the most I've ever spent, well, almost the most I've ever spent on a card, but the freshness, the color, the registration. I mean, this is just a freaking gem mint 4. These remind me of you, Dylan, because I know you've got the one where clubbies, we're going to be clubbies on the other. Let me kind of do this where they're looking at each other there. I am working on all the Hall of Famers from 52 Bowman. I got a long way to go, but I got the 2 big ones. So that's a fantastic start.
Look at those
Adam, as you would say, that's
side by side.
That's pair excellence right there.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, side by side, those are insane, Adam. Insane. And that maze is like impossible to find with good registration. It's insane.
And I will say 52 Bowman, I like the maze and the mantle better on the 52 than the 51. Of course, I'd love to have the 51s, but they're a lot more expensive, and I just like the 52 images better. So I thought, I'm going to go after all those 52 Hall of Famers. Oh, yeah.
Put it up. Oh, yeah. Love it. Clubbies. Sick ones, Adam. Okay, here we go. My turn. Solo first, I'm going to share the card that I literally had in my hand. And then I decided, I already shared a Japanese baseball card, but I want to share this for Dean. I have this in my hand, and that is Mayo rookie. It's the only one I got, only rookie I have of his. It's just an absolute beautiful baseball card.
Super clean.
Super clean. Says evidence of trimming. I don't care. I paid less. I think I paid less than $300, and it's perfect. It's insane. And I don't even know. Like, I'm not even sure if these weren't hand cut. So that's the thing. Some were, some weren't. I don't care. I love this card. I would love to get the
That's a
one you have
beauty.
too, Dean. Side by side, two reds.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So what I did was I did one vintage and one modern card. I'll start with a modern card. And it's Shane spending my money again. Well, he picked one of these up, and when I saw it, I go instantly. I said, "If you see another one of those, tell me." Well, as the story goes, once you buy something on eBay, I'm learning, it can bring the people that own that another example of that card out of the woodworks. They see it sell and they pop it up. And Shane bought his, I want to say $750 or $700, and one popped up right after. And the guy started it at exactly what Shane's comp was. And no one bid but me. And it's the 2022, or is it 2023? What is this? 2023. When is it 2023?
Yeah.
Shoot, what is this, Shane? Yeah, it has to be. It's Aaron Judge's 62 home run leaders card. And it's got my guy Mike Trout on there. And then this guy Alvarez. And they're all autographed. And it's a buyback. And it's buyback, what is it, out of 9? Numbered
7. Yeah.
Okay, numbered out of 7. I don't even know where it's at. But yeah, this is one of my favorite. I mean, I say this all the time, but I don't buy cards that I don't love. But I think this one is one of those cards that in the future is just going to be mind-blowing. No one knows it exists. And when they find out a triple autograph exists and you got of that season, I really think it's just an absolutely glorious card. So thank you, Shane, for spending my money. It also came with the redemption buyback that the guy pulled it in. So it comes with a story. He was on a live auction or like a buy-in, whatever, a break, and they pulled this card. And this is the card he pulled, and he sent me this with it. So I have that, and I keep it side by side. I think it's really cool. I got that. And then my other banger is just a card I've been looking at a lot lately because I have this album of just epic, iconic cards. And I was always a Rod Carew fan since I was a kid. When I was a kid, his cards were worth a fortune. His cards were worth more back then than they are now. Well, I got his rookie card here, and I have just such an awesome example, like almost dead centered. The image is spotless. There is nothing, not a single thing wrong with the image. And I had one of these before that just wasn't my cup of tea. I had it raw, and then I ended up getting it graded one day, years later, and I sold it. And when I sold it, I just wanted one back. So I hunted and won this one years ago. So,
Look at the color saturation on that card, the yellow and the red. Like, that is killer.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the color on this thing is just bonkers. It's just incredible. So yeah, I love looking at this, and I guess it's a high number, they say. Yeah, stoked. So that's it. That's what I got.
Dylan, I love that you brought it around full circle. We had like the Ricky Henderson 1-of-1 archive signature, and then you came in the end with your triple auto. That was perfect.
That was sick. Well, that was a freaking blast, you guys. And I apologize again, anyone watching, and to you guys in the beginning. I didn't know my computer was going to do that. So I'm just going to use this from now on. The internet works great. It's not on my computer. So any last words? Hey, so everybody watching, I should have said this in the beginning. It'll be all these guys. Dean's name that he doesn't know it'll be clickable. You can click it, find his channel. It's a must watch. Jane, Adam, anyone, any last words?
Oh, we're here, Shane. The buyback. We're clubbies.
Ugh.
Mine's number
Perfect.
54. Not as cool as number 62, but that's okay. And I only have one autographed card. And Dylan,
Oh.
you and I are clubbies on this one. This is my only autographed card, the buyback Judge out of 22.
That card right there is not only a monster now, because those MVP cards are going bonkers. People are starting to realize that's the very first time they did that. And there's only 22 of them, and it was during his home run season. I wish I would have kept the 2 that I bought. I have just the 1 left. I wish I would have kept the other one because they've gone through the roof. And I think in 10 years, that thing's going to be like the card that people go for. And then they just don't know it exists yet. And I like Shane. I like to think like that. I mean, whole nother show, whole nother topic, but to know the future, I don't think the future is always just the cards that everyone's looking at now. I think the future is cards that are kind of hidden in the corners that no one knows, aren't hyped up yet. And I think those just like in the past. So,
well, Dylan, shout out to you because when I was working on my variations, I'd still like to pick up some more. My variations of this image to honor Judge. You said, had I considered adding this if one came up? And I thought, I don't think I want to spend that much. But you influencer, you inspire, you're inspirer. It cost me a bunch of bucks here, but I love the card. I mean, whether it goes up, actually, I'm stoked it's gone up, but
yeah.
Whether it goes up or not, I don't know. It shouldn't go up until we all have one. All my buddies have one that want one. Then let it explode.
I love it. Dean, any final words?
No, I did grab this though.
Yes. Hold on. Let me put you on solo. Oh, that is super cool.
So like, and it's this was the whole set that came with it.
Wow.
All those there is,
insane.
It's mostly guys. You don't know a few guys made it to the bigs. This card though was sick. Check this one out.
No
The
way.
manager card with his dog.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was sick.
I wonder
yeah.
where he got the photos from.
I mean, it's clearly a photo shoot at that local stadium, but yeah, I'm very curious too how that came about. Some of the photos are just like bad, like
Yeah.
It's like they had one chance and the guy was walking away and that's his card type of photo. So yeah, that's a mystery too.
Maybe you could find him or his family, and that would be a pretty cool hunt, and find out if they're. I went to the stadium when I was taking them.
That's so funny because I saw a blog and they weren't even talking about baseball cards. It was literally just about this dude's family, like in the grocery business. And I was like, this is sick.
Wow, that's
But
awesome.
yeah,
I feel a road trip to Chong's coming on.
I know. I wish I was in Cali. I would just investigate a little.
Wait, so are they still there?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So. But there's going to be something in the building, I bet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, any final words besides that?
Nah, I really appreciate you bringing me on. This was awesome. Loved it. Loved everything you guys showed. Loved hanging. So just thank you for that.
Thanks, Dean. Shane,
Should we
any
all
final
show a
words?
card on the way? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, I had a blast. I appreciate it. And Dean, it was good to meet you. I know we've only been able to interact in each other's comments section. So
Yes,
love your
that
eye
was
for
awesome.
Cardboard. Love your channel. And it was great to get to interact a little bit with you.
Appreciate that. Yeah, yours is. I love yours too. You put me on. I wouldn't have that Ricky if I didn't ever get introduced to Shane Shoebox Legends.
That's sick. This guy spends all of our money. He's terrible.
I know.
That's why
Adam?
that's why we're Shane's hobby disciples. He's
Yes,
showing
we
us.
are.
So.
That's
We're
right.
probably going to embarrass him. I'll tell you what. I love you guys. And Dean, it was just so awesome to connect with you at the National. Look forward to more in the future.
Yes.
You want us to show a card on the way out when you're ready, Dylan? I got one ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely. So everybody, thanks for watching. And until next time, Dean.
That dang Greenberg. That damn Greenberg.
Hope you guys are inspired out there. Don't be influenced by guys like us. Shaka.
They'll spend your money.
Cowabunga!